So guys, we are talking about how you can plan out your season to enable you to get maximum performance when it matters to you the most. I get all of my players to list down what comps they're going to be playing and list in order, okay, preferably on a spreadsheet if they can, in different colours, priority scales of what are the most important tournaments and which ones are just going to be sampling events that will give us an idea of where they are at with their current game. Now the reason for doing this is if we know what the main tournaments are, we can aim to peak for those events, okay? Think about somebody who's going into the Olympics. Usain Bolt's a great example. He peaks in the Olympic final every single time, or did before he retired. But in the early season events at the Paris, at Zurich, they were samples. It was just giving him a bit of a feel, getting his starts going, etc., so that everything could come to fruition at that Olympic final. We don't hear about this with golf, you know. We don't hear about how we are able to plan our season to maximise our performance when it matters most to you and for your game. So I really help my players a lot with this. Now what the key for it is if I know, let's say we've got an early season event that's important, we plan for that. And then when I know what the calendar is, it means that we've got gaps in that calendar where we can start to get a little bit intrusive and start to make a couple of swing adjustments and not be as bothered about what that end result's going to be. If we've got some smaller events, what we can see is we can see what we've been working on and is what we're working on leading us in the right direction of, most important of all, lowering scores, increasing performance levels. If we are doing that, then what we can see is we're on the right path. Let's keep doing what we're doing. If things aren't working out quite as we expect, we can start to adjust by looking at the stats and seeing where you are at in terms of getting ready for that main event. Now, in terms of getting ready for that main event, what you can then do is you can see, it might be at your home club, it might be an away event. You can find out what that course is going to be like, plan for it, and then assess the game, say, right, my strengths are this, here's where I'm weak at the moment, and I can practice on my weaknesses to increase my performance levels, which will give me the greatest chance possible to effectively either win the event or compete to win and give myself the chance, okay? But if we don't have it in the calendar, how do we know what to do? How do we know what to plan, what to practice, etc. So I think that the planning phase is the most important bit because it's what it separates. It separates the best players. Okay, they know when the major championships are going to be, and because they know that, they prepare specifically for it. Okay, we can see early season some guys aren't playing particularly great, but they're getting themselves ready. You heard Tiger saying in the past he wasn't driving the ball great because he'd been working on his draws ready for Augusta. Something that he'd openly said in the past, okay? Because he's getting himself ready to peak at the Masters, okay? So what we want to do is find out what's your number one goal, okay? And then I've a couple of other goals in there that are fairly decent tournaments, and then the other ones that aren't as big, maybe the local four balls with your friend, maybe Texas Scrambles, or maybe there's low-level kind of Stableford competitions that you can then use these, and these will then be the keys to say, right, I'm only going to use these events as the ones as a sample to make sure that I'm going to peak when that competition matters the most. And that'll mean that as that season progresses, you can get your game in peak condition for maximum performance. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. If you'd like to see some more on this, please let me know. Thanks a lot for watching, and talk with you again very soon.